Donnell Rollins just confronted Corey Holcomb live on $1 Million Worth of Game with Gilly and Wallo, and it got pretty heated pretty fast. But before we can discuss exactly what took place on $1 Million Worth of Game today, let's just run back a little bit and discuss the history of Donnell Rollins and Corey Holcomb's beef. Donnell has always had an issue with Corey Holcomb for the most part because Corey Holcomb has been pretty critical of Dave Chappelle's legacy. Corey believes that Dave Chappelle is overrated. He isn't as funny as people make it out to be. He never had a funny comedy special. To some people, this is Corey Holcomb spitting facts and telling the truth that nobody else want to say. To some, this is hate. To me, it's hate. I think Dave Chappelle is a top 5 stand-up comedian of all time. I think he's hilarious. I think he's a legend. I don't think he's overrated. Now, Donnell Rollins is Dave Chappelle's right-hand man. So he automatically dislikes Corey Holcomb due to the comments that Corey Holcomb has made in the past of Dave Chappelle. Now, a lot of their back and forth has been just online. However, one night they found themselves at the same comedy club, and Donnell Rollins took the opportunity to confront Corey Holcomb about his comments in the past and things he was saying that night.
You mild sauce, my nigga, mild. M-I-L-D. You ketchup. You ain't hot sauce. Nobody agree? So I'm wrong. Okay, I can be wrong. I'm talking about, but we at the what is this called? This is the Laugh Factory. We was at the Savoy, you wouldn't be able to be up here that long. The niggas be like, get your whole ass down, nigga.
I came up in the hardest rooms in Brooklyn.
And
you ain't never with them rooms.
A lot of us love Corey Holcomb because Corey Holcomb is going to say what's on his mind. Corey Holcomb is going to push the buttons that a lot of people won't push. But the Donnell Rollins crash out is justified, bro. Corey Holcomb got on that stage at the Laugh Factory and called Donnell Rollins mild, said he's not really hot like that. He's not really a comedian that's respectable. And then he went on and told Donnell Rollins that he could only do venues like this that's diverse and mixed. He can't really come to the trenches and do stand-up comedy because they will boo him and get him out the building. That's when Donnell Rollins crashed out. All right, Donnell Rollins started listing his achievements, started listing exactly where he's been, who he done spoke to.
Yelling,
Because I don't have a mic. I can talk to you straight up. You want to talk about it? You saying I'm mild, you saying I ain't come through the streets or the gutters is straight bull. And if you want to ask somebody, ask the mother that you know what I do. Ask them. Okay, all right. Listen. This be fair. Fair conversation. No.
The reason why Donnell Rollins is taking this so personally and crashing out is because he had to sit back and hear Corey Holcomb for years say on the internet that Donnell Rollins and Dave Chappelle are white people comedians, that black folks don't listen to them or find them funny, that, you know, they only perform in gentrified comedy clubs, that black folks don't really tap into them. So Donnell Rollins had to sit back for years and hear that. So now he finally gets to be in front of Corey Holcomb and gets to defend himself and gets to really address Corey Holcomb saying for years that Dave Chappelle or Donnell Rollins, that these are people who black folks don't really watch, that they're white folks comedians.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair and real. You say you keep it 100. Know how I get down.
How?
32. I rip.
You rip mics?
I rip. You ask any ever see me bomb. Anybody. And you ask anybody that don't know me, I keep it gangster.
I don't say you.
No, you trying to say I'm a bum. I ain't no bum.
No, I ain't say
And that
you
saw.
Your comedy is mild. It's mild.
You know what? You know what you're doing now? You're a provocateur. You know how to incite people. Ain't nothing mild about my.
People look at you.
Ain't nothing.
If you was at the mall, they'll put you out with your hot dog in your hand.
And guess what? You can say what you want to say. You calling me a mild comic is totally off.
So you a strong comic.
I'm a beast.
This wasn't the comedic show-off that we expected. This wasn't a comedy standoff. This wasn't a roast-off. No, this was bickering. This was two people who dislike each other, quite possibly one way, because I feel like for Corey Holcomb, it ain't personal, bro. It's business. All right, Corey Holcomb has a podcast. He has to talk about people. So it's business for Corey Holcomb. But the people he talk about, it's personal. All right, it's personal. So When Donnell Rollins said, "You are a provocateur, you know how to push buttons to get us pissed," that's what that was. Now, Donnell Rollins will confirm what we probably already know after the fact. When he went on TMZ and told TMZ that the reason why he was so pissed was because he done sat back and heard comments that Corey Holcomb has made online about Dave Chappelle and other people around him, including himself.
First off, I think comedians nowadays, they're trying to sell controversy over comedy. I wasn't there to watch Corey. I had performed myself, and I was about to leave, and they announced that Corey's about to perform. And I know that he had said some ill things about Dave Chappelle. I know he said some ill things about some of the openers of Dave Chappelle. So I just sat there, wanted just to see what his take on what he felt about comedy or whatever. I sat there and I just waited. And then when he made the comment about that anybody that's done 3 movies in comedy has performed fellatio, I said, wait a minute, I've done 3 movies, right? And I've never been accused of that. And then I also fact-checked his IMDb, and Corey himself has done 4 movies. So I think he might be guilty of his own joke. It's unfortunate it came to this. Should I have yelled out at him? No. But, I've been rocking with my guy Dave Chappelle for years. I'm a little guy to my friends, my fans, and my family. And it was just, for me, it was a buildup. It was a buildup off of a lot of things that's troubling comedy. Corey is the type of comedy, he can go on stage, start with grunts, and by the end of it, you're laughing hysterically. I did not want to scream out at him, but I felt like protecting the integrity of myself and my friends, I thought I had to say something. I thought I had to say something for people out here that have done over 3 movies.
The 3 movies thing was interesting. So Donnell Rollins went off on Corey Holcomb because Corey Holcomb said online as well as at the show that any comedian who has done 3 or more movies, they have sucked or they have been involved with men to get those gigs. Now, I'm sure Corey Holcomb said that on purpose, knowing Donnell Rollins was in the audience, so he could make Donnell Rollins a little bit uncomfortable. But that right there is what set off Donnell Rollins, and Corey Holcomb will confirm just as such.
The whole nigga, I didn't even know the nigga in there. I thought he left because he acted like he was leaving out.
Yeah.
The security guard at the front told me after all of the bullshit happened, that ass nigga acted like he was leaving, but he was like, nah, fuck, I'm gonna watch this nigga. So he had some animosity with me.
Right.
I ain't never did nothing but been respectful to that boy because I'm scared of people that's ugly. Ugly people never get a fair shot in life. Let's just say that. All you people who didn't get the truth, here's the truth right here. On everything I love, the man was watching me do my thing on stage. His jealousy just bust out of him. I didn't say nothing to that man. When I see that man and I speak to him, I'll be like, hey, brother, how you doing? Even though I always knew he was a hoe. There's a lot of motherfuckers. I never liked that. All that shit. I ain't playing that. I got it for receipts. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody listen to this. I want you to fact check this. When I said on stage, if you've been in more than 3 movies, you probably had your ass. That said, hey! Ask anybody who was there that night. When I said, if you done 3 or more movies, you probably, I don't know how probably is spelled right now, but probably had it in your, that struck the nerve in that for him to start talking crazy and yelling while I was on stage.
I've been pretty critical of Corey Holcomb in this video, but I honestly watch more Corey Holcomb than Donnell Rollins, and I feel like this clip is an exact reason why. Corey Holcomb is just entertaining, bro. But he's wrong when he says that Donnell Rollins was triggered and he must have struck a nerve. No, bro. If I'm at a podcast and somebody says, man, anybody who's fat, short, and stutters, they take peen up the, nah, bro, hold on, sir, hold on, bro. I gotta speak up. It ain't strike a nerve. I'm not guilty of it, but I gotta speak up because what do you mean? Like, you are describing me while trying to attach a characteristic trait that don't exist. No. I gotta speak up. So after this, it was quiet for the most part. But then Corey Holcomb was recently on $1 Million Worth of Game with Gilly and Wallo, and they called Donnell Rollins. And when they called Donnell Rollins, Corey Holcomb and Donnell Rollins finally got an opportunity to talk to each other or have that roast battle they've been wanting to have. And here's how it went.
Yo, oh, nah, nigga, hang the
Why don't y'all just have a battle, man, a standoff, a slam battle or some shit?
I suggested that.
Oh, you called him out? She was bitch.
Scared of that shit.
So let me ask you a question.
I know you ain't scared of shit. Shit between a nigga legs at a swimming pool.
Yo, come on, man, with that shit.
Baby, sit between the nigga legs at the pool.
Don't get no peace treaty on this shit. It's too far gone.
No, y'all got to get piece it up, man.
You said I'll kick his ass and all that type of shit. And it wasn't never none of that.
I would, but I'm saying like I ain't that type of guy.
I know, and I would fight back.
Have you ever been penetrated or penetrated a man?
Whoa. What are you talking about? What you?
Nah, you know what? The thing is, Corey.
Oh, brother.
You can't dodge this question because y'all guys don't never answer this question.
I'm a Corey on this one, bruh. A question like that, a soliloquy ain't needed, bruh. It's a yes or no. Have you ever been penetrated by a man? Yes or no? No. It's that simple. So, Corey is spot on here, bro. He says, y'all don't never like to answer this question. I wonder why. So Donnell finally, I guess he realized where Corey was going. So he finally answers the question.
No, sir.
said no.
You.
Wallo gave a little ass up in jail.
I
Ain't
ain't
this?
mad at you, man, but
If they closed abortion clinics down and bitch get self together had some morals and some respect to themselves, you wouldn't have a show.
Damn, bro.
hey man, you can't be respectful when you want to be respectful and then be this ass talking crazy to me while I'm on stage. Come on, man.
I understand that part.
No. How about this? When men disrespect each other, they fight or kill each other. That's why we don't disrespect each other, especially like that.
But I don't get grimy though, Corey.
But no, you can't disrespect people. And then you was lying. You was lying about shit, dog.
You are funny off the misery and the trauma of bitch. Wants to hear that shit you talking about. If it wasn't bitches with daddy issues, you wouldn't have a show.
Donnell got really polite when Corey mentioned men who disrespect each other gotta kill each other or fight each other. Donnell said, all right, bro. Okay, you go somewhere that I'm not willing to go. I think Donnell is wrong, though, when he says that Corey wouldn't have a show if he couldn't talk about women with issues. No. I feel like right now, Corey has been doing this podcast for about 3 years now. Corey talk about an array of things, sports, politics, hip-hop. So Corey will still have a show if women ain't exist. Now, maybe that could apply to, I don't know, like TK Kirkland, right? Where TK entire shtick is telling women, right, like how they messing up or like how they got, bad P management, bad punani management, and they need proper punani management. So that's probably TK Kirkland. Corey Holcomb, I think, has ascended past that. Now, they keep going back and forth. I feel like at some point they got to some type of resolution, even though they aren't friendly.
Remind me of a brawl. You just say something, and then when somebody say, what did he say? You be like, I don't know. He said something, though.
Yeah, you know what you remind me of? You remind me of a bit of
A BB. He remind you of a BB, a bit.
A triple B, a big bitter bit.
Big bit of
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all got to stop this shit.
You like an old stripper bit.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You a swimming pool opener, dog. You like the little preacher that just started out. They let him go up there and say something for the main preacher go up there who going home with the money. Hey, man, if I done went to the pool party, I'll be rich, dog. That's all I'm saying, man. Your ass out there, dog. You will never get your ass back, but sometimes people just let you open.
Y'all crazy.
We're going to get a stripper pole for you, Corey, and just relive your past.
Okay.
Damn.
You was running around. You was a Chippendale, huh?
If you had on a tuxedo, you would look better in a jogging suit. It looked like you supposed to have on the jogging suit. If you had on a tuxedo, the police would be like, the fuck are you up to?
Corey, nigga, I ain't never would say I was pretty. What I'm saying is, tell me who fine.
I don't know fine niggas like you. You sit at the pool between their legs.
Who's good looking?
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, who's
You ready to say somebody?
You got some niggas that's good looking to you.
I know some handsome gentlemen. Hey, boy, I'm about to send you some swimming trunks to try to get to the end of this, dog. I'm sending you pool wear from now on.
what?
Does Donnell Rollins have to be jealous of Corey Holcomb for? I'm just trying to say that.
I got none of these motherfuckers got no hair. I got 3 motherfuckers.
Yeah, I do hate. I don't like people with hair.
At least at this point in the conversation they got to, they agreed they aren't willing to hurt each other, right? But I guess they would never like each other, and there's gonna be no peace treaty, as Donnell Rollins said. Okay, so y'all let me know in the comment section whose side are you guys on in this situation, bro? All right, do you guys feel like Dave Chappelle is overrated? Do y'all feel like if Corey Holcomb couldn't talk about women and their issues, he wouldn't have a show? Is Donnell Rollins too sensitive? Let me know in the comment section. And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, man, to find out how this drunken video ruined this No Jumper employee's life. It's really bad. Yo, bro, even I felt uncomfortable making this video. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. Out of here, folks. Peace.